Alright, welcome back to the garage. Today we're going to jump into the engine of the regular cab short bed. You see he's right here. Little L33. Turn you around. So we're gapping piston rings today. Here's my little jegs mechanism that I threw a booger on to hold it steady, keep it from twisting. And got all the pistons together over there. Minus number 8 right here. I'll video number 8. This is a very tedious thing to do. My first go around at doing it, and it takes a pretty good while or whatnot. It's not hard. You just can't rush yourself or you'll mess up and have to buy 2 sets of piston rings. Ask me how I know. But yeah, let's finish gapping these. Smack the crank in there and get the rod bearings on and just try to get this thing together. Alright, so we got the crank smacked in there. Everything's torqued down to spec. We're following the Bible right here. This is my LS Bible, what you call it. And it's what we follow as far as torque specs on everything. Everything's on the internet, of course. But this right here, you can just go through it and there's every single thing you'd ever need. So I follow it, never had a problem. I've never been this in depth in building the engine. I did do the LQ4 in the no, it was the LQ9. Yeah, it was the LQ9 in the Ron Burgundy truck, the Escalade motor, but I didn't gap the rings or anything like I did in this one. This one we gapped the top rings at 28 and then the bottom ones, or the second one's at 26. So hopefully that'll be safe what we're doing. We're not slinging for really high hopes on this truck. Just a fun daily driver is the goal, and that should be obtainable. Alright, we got the pistons in there. So now we're going to shove the old cam in there. We got a Texas Speed dumpster fire cam in it. Going in there. So let's grease her up and shove her in. Something like that. Grease it up and shove it in. Alrighty. So I kind of got caught up in just putting the motor together and didn't record a couple steps. We threw the lifters in there, lifter trays of course, oil pans on there, front covers on there. We pinned the crank, so we drilled the crank out and put a pin in it to where it's kind of got like a keyway to where it won't spin on us. The harmonic balancer won't spin. and we have the rear main cover on. So right here, that's a reminder that I need to torque that thing down when I get the engine stand out of the way. And the heads are just sitting here right now. I had the wrong, yeah, I've already put them up on the shelf up there with the other pile of stuff. I picked up the wrong head bolts. I have them for the 04 down models or whatnot. So we'll use those on Kylie's engine when we get it back from the machine shop. So I'll have to order some and get those coming from Summit, but that's what's holding me up. So we're gonna jump on the Trinion stuff right now. To change this video up a little bit, I'll do this BTR Trinion install in like real time or whatnot, because this has been a hyperlapse, like time-lapse video, but it's just the way you got to do it to get all this engine stuff in one video. It's not like I'm doing a DIY, just going over it. This right here, BTR kit, I mean, it's very self-explanatory, and there's like it's a little under 3-minute video on YouTube that BTR put out. It tells you how to take them out, which they say take a 22 millimeter socket. I use a 21 and it still worked just fine, no issues. And a 13. Put this in the press. I've already done them. I should have recorded it. Slacking. Sit it like that. Put the 13 up top and press it down, and it takes very little pressure. It pops it right out. So that's how you remove them. No big deal. Alright, we're over here at the press. Everybody uses arbor presses. I got a big 20-ton for U-joints and stuff. It works. On these, you want to do letters out on the little bearings, like the man says in the video. It takes very little pressure, and actually don't need a bar to push this in. I can use my finger with the jack. Alright, that's in. Here. Just go ahead and put the Trinion in, get the bearing. Slide that guy down in there and push that little protective cap out. Keeps the bearings from coming out. There you go. Then you put, we in frame, a little spacer washer. Turn them over. Put your other bearing letters out right there. There it is. Pop that cap out. And let's see, throw this little plate. Once again, just using my fingers, it takes very little pressure. It stops, so we're going to, back off. Put your spacer bearing or your spacer washer. And that's it. As far as pressing it in. I'll go through the C-clips on there. Before you put your clips on there, make sure everything spins good. It tells you that in the video. Everything spun good. That's it. Alright, we got the right head bolts in from Summit. You're lucky, or I guess I'm lucky, that this is getting recorded because I put 2 washers up under one bolt on this side, so I had to take it back apart and do it anyway. So here's a video of torquing the head down. And this is what it's came down to. She's no longer a V6 truck. Got the little L33 sitting pretty in there. Got a little 2x4 up against the head because she's wanting to swing back since the transmission cross member holds it upright. And got my manifold on here, turbo log manifold. I paid shipping, taxes and all. I got $425 in this thing. And it's off eBay. Fits really good. Stock plugs and wires work. Stock oil dipstick works. I will make my crossover come around the back, of course. And exhaust, I don't know where I'm going yet. I believe I'd love to try to peek it out right there. We'll see how tight we can get the crossover, this, that, and the other. I'm gonna cut in for the wastegate right here and plumb the wastegate to the exhaust, hopefully. We'll see. This is all what I'm planning. It may change. We may have a big hole out the fender right there if it's all over with. If I get aggravated with it and I just want to drive it, it may happen. I would like to not do that. Maybe out the bumper. I would prefer that. But this is definitely, I'm stoked. I'm super stoked about this. Super stoked. I hope some people watching this video is going to get some excitement out of it. So, you know, yeah, push you to build your own truck or whatever. These things are awesome. There's so much room in here compared to the S10s. I love it. I love it. I just shoved this in here in a couple minutes by myself. So this is awesome. So that's it this time around. Next time, honestly, don't even have a plan. I'm so excited about having this freaking motor in here. But next time we'll do more stuff and things. And if you like the video, throw a like, throw a comment up here. Let me know if I should do something different. Let me know. There's a ton of hyperlapses in this, I know. I think it's kind of cool. I like watching hyperlapses. Some people don't like watching hyperlapses, but I'm kind of a boring person, so that's a way for a video to be entertaining out of me. But yeah, throw some comments in there. Let's hear some stuff. Share with your friends. But most importantly, you're gonna share with anybody. Just tell your mom and them about us. Tell your mom and them. There's a motor right there. There's a motor in the bay.